Hi, we're here live at Kscope 12 in San Antonio, Texas, and we're with Dimitri Gielis. Good morning, Dimitri.
Hi, Martin.
So I've got to ask you, we're really honored to have you here. And what brings you to Kscope 12 this year?
Well, every year it's the same thing. Kscope is a highlight in the year, so it's one of the best conferences for Apex related content, and it's a nice time to meet up with the Apex development team and with you and other Apex people. So
it's great.
I always enjoy coming to Kscope.
Great. And we really appreciate, we know you're from Belgium and it's a long trek out, so we really appreciate that. So now I know this is not your first Kscope. You're a Kscope veteran. So what keeps bringing you back to here?
Well, well, I don't really know the right answer to that, but like in 2006 it was my first Kscope, and it was my first time in the US as well, and for me it was like, wow, it was amazing. Kathleen and the crew really did a nice job. Everything was arranged so nicely. Like the conference, you could just enjoy the sessions. The sessions had really good content, and like all the social things next to the talks were really nice. So then you come back and then they ask, oh, do you want to present? You will present, and then, well, you roll into it and there's no way back.
They rope you in, eh?
Yeah, and yeah, it's great to always be here. So
that's great. And Dimitri, you're one of the top speakers here, so it's great that you keep coming back. Now, talking about content, what do you think of this year's Kscope content lineup?
Well, let me say, when Apex 4 was out, like 3 or 2 years ago, there was like a big thing. You had to be at ODTUG for Apex 4, and you got all the new releases. With this year, my expectations were lower, and I must say, like, I was really surprised with like all the nice things with the Oracle Public Cloud, Apex 4.2 that they introduced, all the new themes and templates that they did. Like, I think it's really a good content this year. Like, the symposium was really one of the best ones I've ever seen. And the content, like, we are still on Monday, so I have no idea yet how the presentations will be. But the topics look really nice, and I look forward to your presentation as well.
On that note, are there any other presentations that you're really looking forward to seeing this year?
All the HTML5 presentations, they are one of the things I want to see. So those are the ones that I will focus on, and then the ones of yesterday of the Apex development team, I really enjoyed those. So those are the ones.
That's great. And I know your colleague John Scott, he's going to be doing something on HTML5 and WebSockets.
Yes, it will be fun to see that one.
Yeah, I think everyone's looking forward to it. Now, I can't really ask you about how your presentation went because it's just the beginning of the week, and I know you have 2 talks on Tuesday and Wednesday. But how are they going? Like, how's the presentation? How's the practice going?
So the preparation is going really well, and it's always hard to find a topic to present on because, like, we have done so many presentations, and it's hard to give always like a new topic. So when you come up with an abstract, I try to see if I can like do something that I have never done before, and that is of interest for other people as well. Or I try to do something that I think people should know about. So my presentations are in that area. I want to know them that the Apex listener is really something they should look at, and I also want to know them that where they can look for their applications, if they're performing well, if they have issues, where they can look for that. And I will go a bit into tracing because I think like the Apex community, they don't go that deep yet in all the database things, and as Apex is living inside the database, it's a great thing to do. So all the preparation towards that, doing all the research, as you know, it takes a lot of time.
Yeah,
but it's also fun, and it takes you a step further. It challenges you because the people always expect more.
that is very true. So a little bit outside of Kscope itself and your presentations is, what do you think how the community is going, and the biggest challenge that maybe the Apex community is facing right now? I know you're a very big player in the community and well respected. Is there any areas of improvement, challenges, or any new things that are really coming up?
Well, the new things are that the community is growing so fast. So where before we were like a really small group, and when we had like a conference like this, we did an Apex meetup, we had like 20 people, 50 people, we went out for dinner. No, with 200 people, it's harder to do like the Apex meetups. But I think the community is doing really well. And I just want, like, the challenges that I see is, I just want that new flashes coming, like new person step up, and they don't just rely on the people who are out there now to tell them something. I know there are a lot of nice people, and a lot of people with like great minds. So I hope they get involved as well in the community, and that they share their experience. So I think it's with a larger group of people, still having like the nice feelings in the Apex community, still like be one like nice group. That's maybe a challenge when you get bigger. Yeah. I think it's the same for ODTUG. They get bigger every year as well. So
absolutely.
I can ask you the question as well. How are you managing
well, we're changing things around here. Do you want the cue cards now?
No.
Or no, to me, I know you're a popular guy here, and we were having problems with 20 and 50 people, or you could seat 20 or 50 people at a restaurant. Can't you even get a spot for 200 people for us to have a dinner somewhere? Or?
I don't know.
You can't make a phone call or something?
No, okay. I'm not that famous. So.
Now, Dimitri, I've got to ask you a personal note. I know you love your steaks, and when you come to the U.S., you always get a steak. We've gone for steak dinners at Open World before in San Francisco. Now, we're in the heart of steak country. Have you had a chance to try one yet?
I didn't try one yet, but I look forward to try one. So I definitely need to do that. Okay. If you have a recommendation.
I don't myself.
Or you want to take me somewhere, then.
Well, Dimitri, look, thank you very much. We appreciate it. We appreciate your time, and I really look forward to seeing your talks on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.